Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip3, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks you can do on this device. So, to get started, we're going to begin with the side panel, which you can see right over here. So, you can basically pull it out like so. And by default, there is going to be just a couple applications right here. Additionally, you will, I believe it displays apps that are used frequently right here. You can also tap on those three bars and edit it, so you can add different applications if you want to. And if you don't want the panel at all, which is totally understandable, all you need to do is go under the settings, under the display section, and find the, where is it? Right here, Edge panel. You can tap on it, it will give you a couple options right here. So we have panel, and here you can add different ones, so it's more than one. So you have people, smart select tasks, weather, tools, and reminders, and clipboard. Now additionally, you can also open up Galaxy Store and download more from there, which might be a little bit more useful than these ones, but unfortunately they are paid, because why wouldn't they be? Now to be fair, they don't really cost much, it's like $1 or $2, but still, the fact that it is something from Samsung and they basically want money for something like that, no matter how low, in my opinion, is just a little bit ridiculous, considering the better applications are paid, or better attachments to this are paid. But anyway, so if you don't want it, you can disable it from here as well. So moving on to the next one, it's going to be the dark mode, and again, going to the settings, I'm going to go under the display where you'll have light and dark, so you can choose quickly and permanently which ones you want by flipping on. Or you can also go into the dark mode settings and set it up to be a scheduled one, which will allow you to set it up so it goes into dark mode during nighttime, and during the daytime it's in light mode, which is what I would consider the best of both worlds. Now moving on to the next one, it's going to be the screen mode. Now this allows you to basically change the way the colors on the display look like. So if we go in here, by default, Samsung always has it on vivid, and their vivid is just absolutely way too saturated. As you can see right here, if you look at those oranges, on the camera it's not as visible, but gee, on the phone, those oranges look almost blinding to the eye. So I prefer to switch my phones to natural, which is well, a little bit more realistic, I believe. I've heard it somewhere, I don't recall where, but these are like the sRGB accurate colors apparently. But take that with a grain of salt, I have no clue if that is actually true. But to me, just a natural look with a less saturation is way more my kind of style. I prefer to have things more toned down rather than just basically look like the colors are glowing. So, moving on to the next one, it's going to be the navigation button. So, we live in a 2021 year, and at this point I believe every phone should have gestures selected by default. It is objectively, at least in my opinion, a way better way to navigate through your device. So if you prefer to also have gestures, all you need to do is under the display look for navigation bar and have swipe gestures. Give it a second and it turns them on. And right here, if you never used those before but you're curious about it, you swipe up from the bezel onto a screen quickly to go home. You swipe up and hold to go to recent, and you swipe from either side to go back. As you can see, there's an arrow, and there's an arrow. So once I let go, it goes back. And it is just way more convenient to, for instance, access the back gesture by just like swiping with the thumb on the edge. It's just so much more convenient, and the swipe up is also an amazing gesture. So overall, I highly recommend using gesture navigation just in general. Now moving on to the next option, it is going to be the pop-up view. Now not only that, but there's also a split screen, so let's just open up recent applications and hold this icon. This will give us the two options right here, so split screen and pop-up view. Now obviously I'm pretty sure a lot of us already seen split screen, so I'm not really gonna go into it. As you can see, pop-up view can move around, resize, you can open up apps in the background as well, or foreground, depending how you want to look at it. and use both of them. If you go home, it minimizes the window app into this app head, which you can access quickly whenever you want, which really, well, it is really handy. And additionally, you can also split screen quickly by having this, for instance. So all you do is just grab this app, the thing, and let's see. How do you... There is a way to split screen, I just don't recall how to do it. No, not remove. Okay, so for some reason, maybe this app doesn't actually support split screen, maybe that's the reason. So let's see if I can find something else. I guess that doesn't work the same way as it does on the Fold, so we do have to just simply press on the button to put it into split screen, which you just seen. But anyway, moving on to the last option which I wanted to show, and it's going to be the getting back, basically the power key here, right here. So if you are aware, Samsung decided to do this outstanding move where they started calling the power key, unlike everybody else, side key, just so they can justify cramming Bixby in there as a main function. Now, objectively, it is a crap idea, considering we already have two other side keys, which are volume keys, also located on the side. So yeah, just keep the power key as it is. If I'm gonna want to use a Bixby, I will set it up myself. But because I don't, I'm gonna deliberately go into the settings and show you how to disable this, because I'm pretty sure majority of us don't really use Bixby. So let's go into the advanced features where this is hidden, right over here, and then side key, and you can now get back your power off menu. So when you hold the key now, it's just gonna bring this back instead of launching your Bixby. So anyway, this would conclude the tweaks and tricks that I want to share with you, and if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.